I mean, ever wonder why your spouse can be calm one moment and the next they are snapping over something small and unprovoked? Trust me, you are not alone. There were times I couldn't even recognize my spouse's behavior, and I didn't even understand why I was reacting so unpredictably. After about 8 years of marriage, I've learned a thing or two, like how what you see in your spouse isn't always the full story. Sometimes what's happening with your spouse isn't always about what you see today. I'll be sharing a mind blowing revelation with you, something you've probably never even thought about. I'll be sharing how hormones affect you and your spouse, and how understanding them, these hormones, can transform your marriage into the joyous, peaceful home you've always dreamed of. Hello, friends, my name is Imo. I'm the author of these two published books. I am also a life coach and a relationship counselor, and on this channel we discuss all things faith, family, and marriage. Now that we have discussed hormones in women and how this will affect their moods, let's also discuss hormones in men and how this will affect their moods from time to time. Testosterone. I cannot pronounce this word to save my life. Testosterone, testosterone. Testosterone is the one dominant hormone in man, influencing aggression, competitiveness, dominance, and drive. Practical tips for women in understanding your husband and also navigating these moody phases or seasons. Number one, respect the need for quiet recovery. Be aware that after a demanding day, your husband's testosterone level may have naturally dropped, leaving him with less energy to engage in emotional conversations. It's not a sign of disinterest. No, it just needs to he needs to recharge. So instead of pressing him for detailed talks immediately, just give him some time to relax. Even sometimes offer a gentle, how can I help you unwind? And then later, when he's refreshed, when he's a little bit relaxed, you can engage him in more dialogue. My husband and I, when we first got married then, and I was always home and he would go to work, I remember whenever I got in, I had all these conversations waiting and I wanted to share it with him, but it wasn't always too keen on addressing those dialogue then because he was tired and he just wanted to relax. It took me a little bit of time to get used to that. Just give him a little bit, just an hour or two. Let him unwind, let him relax, let him just chill out a little bit. It's possibly been facing many people out there. Testosterone levels come down, so just give him that time to recharge, and hopefully after an hour or two he's able to come out and join you and you can have that dialogue. Tip 2, be patient during mood swings. Men naturally do not express their emotions as openly, but can also still express frustration and irritability. So if a man is short-tempered or snappy, don't escalate the situation. Give him space, especially if it's not something that happens too often. It's just something that probably happens after he gets back from work, or it happens, when he's frustrated about something. At that point, just give him his space. Let him be, let him breathe, and then come back and talk to him. When you go back to him, you can say certain things like, I noticed you seemed upset earlier. Can we talk about what's on your mind? And maybe he's able to share at that time because he's more relaxed. Number 3, help him manage stress. Men often feel the pressure to fix things, which can lead to frustration when solutions aren't immediate. Be a source of calm and encouragement, reminding him that it's okay not to have all the answers. You can tell him things like, hey, I know you're feeling stressed. You don't have to carry everything on your own. How can I help? What can I do? Sometimes they would say nothing, but then that you've already at least extended, that arm of help. What can I do? How can I help? How can I be of help to you? And another way you can be supportive during the season as a woman is to help him unwind. How? Sometimes it's by having sex. Men sometimes they just have that release in their system after, sex. Unlike women, that sometimes when we're stressed, we just want to relax. We probably do not want to talk, or we just want to talk. It's just a little bit different from them. So if your man is feeling stressed and is asked for sex, or even if he's not asked for it, you can always offer it if it would help him unwind. And as women also, we can pray for our men. That's one of the things, that's one of the powers we have. And I know some women are like, yes, why can't he pray for me? Of course they can pray for you, but as a wife, pray for your husband. Pray for your husband. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. If your husband, aside the times when we've talked about, if you've noticed that your husband is just a very, very moody person that is not fixed on, whether he's been stressed or whether he's had a long day or whether he's not been able to fix something, if you notice he's just a very, very moody person, one of the best things to do is to pray for him. Pray for him. The Bible says that the God owns the heart of the kings, and then he steers it wherever he wants to. God owns the heart of your king, of your husband. He's able to steer it at what direction he wants to. So pray for him. Bring him under God's covering. Pray into his spirit. Pray into his spirit, man. Keep praying for him. And as husbands, also pray for your wife. Pray for your wife. Pray that all will be well with your wife. All will be well with your home. Tips for both husbands and wife. Understand your partner. My husband has come to understand that most of the time, I don't really have irregular mood swings during my period. It's not just been a thing of mine. Many women do, but of course we know that one size does not fit all. It varies from time to time. But when I am most likely, or when I'd most likely be irritable, is after work. I run shift. I'm a registered nurse, and so every time, or when I used to do 3 shifts back to back, sometimes 4 shifts back to back, I am extra cranky, extra moody on my days off. And my husband, having understood that, would just give me my space. During that time, he knows I'm very sensitive, so it doesn't play music so high. You just see the little things it does here and there that just makes me know that he sees me, he hears me, he's being supportive in his own way. Also, the other times I am extra moody is whenever I've spent a lot of time with people, just because of my introverted nature. Whenever I go out there and spend a lot of time with people, it drains my energy and I have to recharge. And so whenever we're in the house and I tell my husband I have to recharge, he tells me that's okay, you can go upstairs and stuff. We've come to understand each other. I've come to understand him also, that whenever I'm stressed, especially at work, often, he wants to just relax by himself and stay by himself. And I've learned to give him a space to do that. Ask him what he needs. And if he does not want anything at that time, just let him breathe. I realize that whenever he does that, it comes around, whenever he's done unwinding or recharging, it comes around and we're able to spend some quality time together. So let's just understand each other. Understand your wife. Understand your husband. Understand the little things, the big things, the things that drive them, the things that cause them to be moody. And let's try and be supportive during this period. That's what marriage should be all about. The little things we do, just helping each other out, being there for each other through the good and through the moody time. I'll leave you with this Bible verse in Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. I hope you've been blessed by this video. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things about your spouse. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. It really, really helps us grow, and it does not cost you a thing to do it. So please do subscribe. Please do share this video. Please do like. Please do leave a comment. Let me know what you have learned, what you'll be picking from this. Share your own thoughts about also what causes your husband's moodiness or your wife's moodiness. Let's learn from you. Let's grow together. And until next time, when I come your way again, my name is Imo. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.